Motion to approve as presented. Barrett, second. Bob McGee. Any further discussion? Okay, we've had our motions. All in favor of accepting our minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone against? Motion passes. We'll go ahead and start with our adult community report. Steve, are you handling that today?
I am. And sorry, this is as of March 31st, 2026. I didn't send that information to Damon. DOC grant balance is $223,308.42. They started this year where they give us a lump sum. Thank you. At the beginning of the year. So that's why it's high, but we'll whittle that down as the year goes. Balance of project income is $53,415.97. That increased a little bit since our last meeting. And balance commissary is $36,415.97. And that's actually reduced just a little bit since our last meeting. Staffing update. We are at full staff. We hired Rich Whitaker. He is here today as our programs manager, and he's going to help with transition into the new building. Came to us from Franklin Police Department. Had a long, successful career there, and we're excited to have him.
If I might make an observation, he looks a lot better.
His appearance is a little bit better than what it was.
Cleaned up today.
Census report. We had 90 males, 90 total, 76 males, 14 females. Home detention, 123 with 93 male, 30 female. Alcohol monitoring, 69. GPS only 8 for a total of 290 on supervision. I don't believe we have any standing old business. And I don't believe we have any.
I just wanted to report that since our last meeting, our field team has brought in K9 dogs twice through the facility and the offenders' cars. Nothing was found and except nicotine patches, and all judges were happy with that and said that was good if that's all that was found. So just wanted to report that out.
Any other new business? We'll move to the building committee. Angela, you want to go over the building? I know you guys had a tour not long ago.
We just actually had a building meeting this morning. We meet every 2 weeks with Ferguson Construction. Steve, do you want to report out? Drywall's going up. If anyone wants a tour, let us know. We're going to do more of those. As the weather gets better and the climate control is in there.
They've had rough inspections recently, passed all of those. So I think the next inspection that they have is tomorrow at 8 a.m. And then they're hoping that they'll be able to drywall everything after that completely. So everything is moving along. We are still kind of on course for the beginning of September.
And on budget.
Yeah. So seems to be going well and continues to go as scheduled.
Okay. Anything else for the adult side? Damon, you doing the juvenile today? Go ahead, buddy.
For juvenile, our report is on one of the handouts that was at the table. You can see all of our financial information there on the front part of the page. Our fiscal year for our grant goes from July 1 to June 30, which is why it looks like we've expended a lot of our grant already, because we will get a new lump sum of money July 1st of this year. The same is true for the ECS grant that's listed there. We've expended most of that because that runs from July 1 to June 30. We did receive a successful letter of completion for our financial audit from DOC for our 24-25 fiscal year, and then we received approval for the DOC grant that will start July 1st. They changed up the way that they did the grants this year. They actually believe that they actually really looked at the applications and studied them and asked them really good questions, and we were likely to be able to receive full funding. And then we're also working on implementing additional layers of monitoring. Our vendor has a multitude of resources that we can use. Everything from tracking the kids' cell phones, because even though it's not tethered to them, they rarely go anywhere without it. So we can use that. We can also use for virtual check-ins, which they'll have to submit a picture of their surroundings, plots of GPS location, and then we also have remote breath monitoring as well. And then the last thing for items of discussion is the TBRI practitioner training. Christy Bruther and Lori Myers are working with the Institute of Child Development in Texas to bring the practitioner training to Indianapolis. They received a very large grant to do that. It will be open to juvenile justice agencies across the state. And it'll be a really great opportunity to expand our successes across the entire state. And then on the back of that page is also our census reports. We have 95 active participants and 59 pending for a total of 208 referrals. That is all I have unless anyone has questions.
Okay. No old business for the advisory board. New business that we do have for the advisory board. We had vacant positions on the community corrections advisory board due to the resignation of John Asher. He was a layperson on the board. Lauren Kennedy, mental health administrator. Those positions were just filled recently. Spencer Medcalf, director of the operations for Spark Recovery. Amy Davidson, supervisor of Indiana Department of Child Services. I don't think we have any ratification of votes.
I have two other new
You-
business.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I wanted to update everyone, and if you want a copy or to see how we collect the community service hours, you can get those up here. To date, we've had 2,588 man hours that have been given back to. We go to the fairgrounds regularly, animal shelter, food pantry, community corrections, and then special events that like municipalities will ask us to clean up for or help set up for. In 2025, we did 17,195 man hours. And 2024 was 7,882 man hours, so. Then, just to update also the board on our fees court efforts that started in 2024, and I have these up here also, but to date, our last fees court was February 6th. And we've collected $276,561.45. The judges have approved Sheena to be the pro tem for those, and so we work probation officers and community corrections. We hold those quarterly. Our next fees court is April 24th of 26. So that's all the new business I have.
Okay. Ratifications, any other business to be brought forward today? Okay, short meeting. With that being said, I need a motion to adjourn. Second? Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Okay, have a good day.